Thank you everyone so much for being here tonight. Anna Rose, do you want to kick off?
Sure. Thank you guys all so much for coming to our amazing leadership lab for the APHA ASP International Vice Presidents. My name is Anna Rose, and I am the National Contact Person and Chair of the International Standing Committee. And I figured it would be nice for everyone on the ISC to introduce themselves. I'll pass it over to Iram. I'll pass it over to Amelia. We'll go in order. I'll pass it over to Amelia.
Thank you. Good afternoon, everybody. I hope everybody is excited to be here as I am. My name is Emilio Piñon. I'm currently a third year at the University of Texas at El Paso. I am the national contact person elect, and I'm also the chair elect for the International Standing Committee. So if you guys are international VPs next year, you will be seeing me again. And it's a pleasure to meet everybody.
And I'll pass it on to Peter.
Thank you, Emily. Hello, my name is Peter. I'm a fourth year student at the University of Mississippi, and I'm serving as your national project coordinator for this year. So super excited that y'all could attend.
Amazing. Thank you. And Aram?
Hello, everyone. My name is Iram, and I'm from St. Louis College of Pharmacy, Missouri. I'm a fourth year student pharmacist, and I'm your student exchange officer for this year. And I'm really excited for the exchange program to begin. I'm already getting so many questions, and I'm looking forward to look at all your applications.
Amazing. Me too. Thank you, Aram. And my name is Emily Nguyen. It's a pleasure to meet you guys all. I'm a third year student pharmacist from the University of Houston College of Pharmacy, and I'm currently serving as your national president-elect. So hopefully you'll also see me next year if you're a third year student pharmacist. And so I'm here to sort of liaise the team, help you guys with whatever you need, and I'll pass it on to our big boss, Anna Rose.
We'll go ahead and get started now with our presentation. And feel free at any point to drop a question in the chat, ask it online. We're more than happy to answer everything you've got. All right, I'll pass it over to Amelia to begin this presentation.
All right, everyone. So is the presentation up by any chance? Just wanted to make sure.
Yes, it should be on the main screen.
Let me see. Am I the only one who doesn't see it? I'm sorry. Let's see. If not, I can go based off mine. No worries.
Okay, sounds good. Just let me know when you want next slide.
Okay, so as international VPs, I'm pretty sure y'all know APHA is one of the main or United States organization, what's known as the International Pharmaceutical Students Federation. And as VPs, if y'all didn't know about this, but every single member of APHA is automatically in the IPSF. So people who are obviously have a member to APHA have members for benefits also for IPSF, and then just overall general membership for IPSF um, for that. And then next slide. To give a little brief history about IPSF, it was formed in 1948 by the British Pharmaceutical Student Association, otherwise known as the BPSA. Does I know I'm a little history nerd, so I did a little bit research overhand. Does anybody know who the name of the person who founded IPSF? Just raise hands. Curious. Bonus points? No? Okay, so actually the name was Stephen B. Challen, if I'm pronouncing that right. He founded that in London at the inaugural conference by 8 founding countries in August 25th, 1949. This is usually after World War II, so we were kind of like into peace talks, so we wanted to see what people wanted to go outside the country and explore peace talks about, and coincidentally we talked about pharmacy students. IPSF headquarters is shared by the International Federation, otherwise known as FIP, in The Hague. Next slide, please. Uh, as you all know, I'm not sure if you all seen the Leadership Lab videos, but IPSF is the largest representing student pharmacists organization, not only to right now student pharmacists, but to recent graduates as well, because they consist of over 500,000 members. I'm not sure if you put that into perspective, 500,000, that's a big number, and in 127 organizations. They oversee projects focus on pharmacy, education, professional development, public health, and student exchange. It also aims by public health by advancing the pharmacy practice. Obviously, as students, you are our big motivators to serve as what comes in the future in pharmacy, and also serving as collective voice of student pharmacists and recent graduates as well. Next slide, please. To give a little bit of a structure of IPSF, it's kind of similar to APHA. Obviously, you have your executive committee, which includes of like the president, president-elect, your treasurer, as well as your chairpersons. So, for example, your chairpersons in media, in public health, and public development. But within the committees and coordinators, you also have 5 regional offices. This includes the African regional office, the Asian African office, the European, the Pan-American, and I believe I'm missing one in the EMRO. We are representing the PARO, we usually call it like that, but that's the Pan American Regional Office. And within that, you also have the members and affiliated individuals. The little circle dots in the red, as you see in the presentation, that's y'all. If y'all are APHA members, y'all are full member of PARO as well. This also includes members of the affiliated individuals, so alumni as well, recent graduates, partners, also friends of federation as well will be included in that as well. Next slide, please. Who IPSF partners with? Who here knows about the World Health Organization? I see some hands up. I see some nods. All right. So actually, IPSF does partner off with the WHO, or the World Health Organization. They do, I believe they also do publications on that as well. They also are very big partners with the United Nations Educational, Scientific, and Cultural Organization. And like I said earlier, they also partner up with FIP. FIP is one of the pharmaceutical federations that they're responsible for World Pharmacist Day. Show of hands, anybody know when is World Pharmacist Day? Bonus question. I see a hand raised.
Ooh, Christine, what is it?
Oh my gosh, is it September 25th?
That is correct. Bonus points for you. Okay. We get a little nerd here. Okay, that's fine. All right. Next slide, please. So, who here is more or less unfamiliar with the international VP role? Just a quick show of hands. Let's see. Nobody. I see some shakiness, more or less. So it's a good thing that y'all came. We are here to help you. We are here to present your roles and responsibilities. But your main responsibility, to think of it as an overall thought, is to serve as liaisons between your chapter and an international standing committee, which is us. You guys promote IPSF memberships, and also we include the benefits of becoming an APHA membership as well as IPSF. You also promote IPSF activities to chapter members. So this includes any type of patient care projects, events, IPSF campaigns that we have going on. You're our liaison. You are responsible to sharing that information to your chapter as well. You also, if you guys want as well, you also coordinate involvement with student exchange program. We'll get into that a little bit more later. But just to give a gist, so you can either send somebody to another country, or you can also receive somebody from another country as well. You also write IPSF sections of the chapter of the call report. I'm sure everybody knows about the chapter achievement report. It's a long report. So as well, you're as VP, you're also responsible writing sections of your achievements, what you've done throughout the semester and throughout your academic year. Next slide, please.
Before we do, I did realize that we had a guest that I wanted to introduce, who was a immediate past international vice president, and her successor is also here in this meeting. But we have communities in APHA. If you guys know about it, it's quite new. Whether you're a student member or you're a practicing pharmacist, you can join specialty fields in APHA. And one of our communities is actually the international community, and we have student liaisons for each of those sections. So, Kamar, I will actually let you introduce yourself, but we have you here today.
Hi, everyone. I'm Kamar. I'm a P4 student currently, and I also go to UH College of Pharmacy like Emily. And like Emily was saying, I was literally just an IVP. And before that, I was IPSF junior chair, so I've been involved for a while. And actually, our chapter received the Outstanding IPSF Award last year for the international programming that we worked on. So that's why I love being part of this role, if you can't tell. So as student liaison, basically my role is to make sure that the student pharmacist perspective is represented within our international community and to help students get connected with the broader professional side of international pharmacy. And the community brings together members interested in global pharmacy practice, education, and collaboration. And what that basically means for y'all is some ways that you can get involved are by joining the international community on the APHA Engage app that came out recently and just staying updated on our programming basically and what volunteer opportunities we have coming up. And basically just connecting with our members at the APHA national meetings as well. And it actually goes beyond that because our community is also involved in broader international engagement, which makes sense, like FIP. We have members of our leadership team attending this year's World Congress in Montreal later this month. So I actually do have a request for all of y'all, since I'm here to represent the students in the international community. I really would love to hear your perspectives throughout the year, since we're currently working on several initiatives that we have going on, like expanding the international programming and networking at APHA national meetings, and working on educational programming around international pharmacy practice, and basically just looking for new ways to recognize and support our members in the global pharmacy world. So a lot of this is still being developed and it's all in the works. So that's why your opinions would be really valuable at this time. So if there's anything that you want to voice, and if there's anything like, even if it's just an idea, like an international topic, resource, or opportunities that you think would be valuable to you, I can definitely mention those to our leadership. So please reach out with anything like that.
Amazing. Thank you so much, Kamar. And if you want to share your contact information in the chat as well, she is such a valuable resource. We were so lucky to have her in our chapter this past year. So a lot of really amazing insight on how to integrate it, how to integrate IPSF within your chapter's programming. But yeah, that's all I wanted to add. Sorry, Emilio, I'll let you go back to your presentation.
All right. And just to end it off, here's our IPSF APHA info as well. I believe the link already should be updated, if I'm not mistaken. So our contact info is there. The toolkit, I think it should be already updated, if I'm not mistaken. There's also resources where you can do find campaigns. The Student Exchange program is also there if you guys are interested. We will go over that more into detail, and also some workshops as well, I believe is there. So make sure to use the link, make sure to use the toolkit to your advantage. A lot of questions that we receive as well is also can be related to the toolkit. So most of the times, people come up to me like, hey, look, I have a question about this. I usually tell them like the toolkit is your best friend at the end of the day. Toolkit will be your best friend, so make sure to use it to your advantage. And for that, I'll kick it off to, I believe, Aaron or Peter, sorry.
Thank you, Emilio. So I'll kind of be going over the different projects that IPSF does. There's 4 categories, and all of them can be found by going to this website that I've linked down here. Um, so we have pharmacy education, professional development, public health, and then the student exchange program. I'll be touching on those first 3, and then Iram, after I'm done presenting my portion, she will touch on the student exchange program. Um, Next slide, please. So with professional development, this is kind of something where IPSF really helps to develop kind of important skills that a lot of pharmacists need, such as counseling. That kind of falls under that patient counseling event that we have listed there. These events, all of these are hosted by PARA, which is our regional office every single year. And these are kind of built into like international competitions. So you can compete, and it's kind of a great way to test your skills. And we've had some winners from APHA in past years as well. So pretty cool that we can, represent APHA well with events like these. And you can also host these events at your school as well, just as another way to kind of push your classmates to be even better. I took screenshots of each of those sections. Kind of if you go to that link, this is kind of what the professional development section will show you. So all the different things you can do are kind of highlighted right there. Next slide, please. So these are the public health campaigns that IPSF kind of does, and you'll notice that there's a lot of overlap with the activities that a lot of your patient care chairs will kind of oversee, like the 6 operations that we have. And so it can be a great way to kind of get involved on more of an international scale if you collaborate with your patient cares. Because it allows you to kind of expand your role as international vice president, and also just to spread awareness about IPSF. Because I know a lot of chapters may not be too familiar with all these things that IPSF does. And so, as VP Internationals, this is by attending this session, these are some great resources to take back to your chapter, and just some great information about all that IPSF does as it relates to public health. Next slide, please. So some more about public health. IPSF's motto, as you can see down there, is to think globally, act locally. So as international vice president, it's your role to kind of bring public health into your local community. And so, like I said, getting involved in those patient care projects is a great way to do that. There's several different things you can do. I know an example that seems to be pretty common among the chapters is to provide patients with a list of places to get vaccines, flu, COVID, Tdap, RSV, all a part of like those Operation Immunization events that I know a lot of chapters host. And then if any of those other IPSF campaigns interest you that are kind of screenshotted and put in that image up there, you can consider creating your own event. So you can really get as creative as possible. The sky's the limit, really. And if you have any questions or need any guidance, I'm happy to help. Orient you in the right direction if you don't know where to start. Also, you'll see that third bullet point. It is the WHO, the World Health Organization, has all sorts of global health and international days and weeks. I believe it's that those 2 links that are right there. You can kind of orient your events based off those days too. And so I think that's pretty cool, a good resource to use if you kind of want to spread awareness on these international issues. This is definitely a great way to do that. Next slide, please. And so the big project that IPSF does is obviously the Vampire Cup campaign. I know I've had a couple questions about this so far, so I'll kind of talk a little bit more about it for everybody. So this is a year-long competition. It opens on July 1st every year and closes on June 30th the next year. A lot of the campuses or a lot of your schools or whatever, they already do blood drives, and so that's a great way to get plugged in and be like, hey, I'm with my American Pharmacists Association chapter here on campus, and we'd love to collaborate and do a blood drive. And so that's a really easy way to get involved. You can also partner with like blood services organizations such as Vitalent and the American Red Cross, and they're always willing to help out and host blood drives. So that's definitely a great way to kind of set one up on your own. Um, there only needs to be one APHA member that submits what's known as the Vampire Cup tracker form, which I put in the I actually just answered a question today. I put the link to that in the GroupMe, the IPSF GroupMe, for you all. Um, I find it easy to type in, IPSF Vampire Cup blood drive tracker form, and it'll honestly just pop right up. Simply because the website, it's a little hard to navigate, and so that's kind of an easy way to find it. Um, Ultimately, when it comes to blood drive, I think one of the more important things is advertising. And so this is kind of where your VP communications can kind of help you out with this as well by creating flyers and infographics and spreading the word on social media. So that's definitely something that I would keep in mind when you're setting up these blood drives. Um, and as always, this is such a big project, and you can have such a big impact. I know that for every pint of blood donated, it can save up to 3 lives. So this is definitely a great way to think globally, act locally. Um, and if you have any questions about it, I'm happy to help. Um, and then the last one, oh, you were good. And then the last one that we have is the pharmacy education. So this is all about us. This is advocating for us as future pharmacists to promote the profession of pharmacy. And this is also a great way to stay up to date with events around the globe. I believe there's the pharmacy educations feature, and they actually just put that out not too long ago, the 15th edition of that. And then Future is kind of an annual publication. The pharmacy educations feature that provides updates on pharmacy education from students in the IPSF newsletter. And Future, that's more of a scientific publication that's supported by IPSF. And so, kind of overall, as it relates to all this, the international vice president position is unique in that you don't have specific responsibilities. This really kind of gives you the freedom to pursue whatever areas of IPSF interest you. And this is definitely a great way to kind of get some ideas by staying up to date on all these different things and bringing these ideas to your chapter. Next slide. And so I know that was kind of a good bit of information. If you have any questions about any of those projects or campaigns that we just went over, this is my APHA email. I check it at least once daily, if not once every other day. So please feel free to shoot me an email, and I'd be happy to point you in the right direction. And then I think now we are going to talk about student exchange, I believe. So I will pass it off to Aram.
So last but not the least, here we are talking about the student exchange program, one of the biggest projects ISC gets involved with. So IPSF, as we all know, is the international organization, and APHA-ASP is the member organization, like a full member organization from the United States. Just like us, there are many other member organizations from different countries that also participate in the student exchange program, and that is how we get interlinked with them, and we are able to send our students to their countries. This is a very unique program that helps us get perspectives outside of the countries that we are living in, so that we can not only help through our education or through our education in our own country, but also countries outside. So for each member organization, the number of outgoing students is based on the number of incoming students hosted the previous year, and the seats are usually allotted by the chairperson of the student exchange program that sits on the executive committee for the IPSF. And if you want to yeah. So the general areas of practice that exchange program usually covers are a community or a hospital, clinical, industry, research, informatics, and if at all you're interested in anything else, we can also try to explore that option. Usually the duration is for 2 weeks to 3 months, and that to from May to September. And each site lists the specifics for the respective site, including the type of accommodations or language requirements. Sometimes certain sites require a language other than English, but they will make sure to let you know. And there are some list of sites in this hyperlink that will just let you know what countries are involved so that you can explore your options as to where you would like to go and get this experience. And now, how to apply. So the pre-application date is approaching soon. It's right around the corner. It opens on the September 1st, and the link will close on November 1st on the APHA-ASP website. So there is no pre-application fee when you go to this link and apply for it. However, it's not open yet. It will only open on the September 1st. But if you just want to like understand what this form looks like, there is like a blank form template on the website that you can go and check out. Then the selected applicants will, from the pre-application, will be instructed to complete the application form on the IPSF website. A lot of times, I've seen that students just simply go to the IPSF website and register it through it. So I have to like send them an email and let them know that you have to first apply through this form in order to get pre-selected, and once you're pre-selected, we will let you know how to like go ahead and then fill out a form on the IPSF website, and that form will have a fee of $65. And in that form there will be instructions how you would want to like rank your top 3 countries, or how you would have to like proceed with the program details or any other instructions. I have also been asked questions regarding how to become a host site. In order to become a host site, you would have to like first get an approval from your chapter advisor and school administration, as well as your team members or any members on the exec board. You would have to like email me if you have any questions or concerns. It is really important for you to have a local exchange officer in order for us to communicate with you, and that can be anybody. It can be someone who is already an international vice president, or somebody who you want to like elect separately just for an exchange purpose. However, we need a person that ISC can reach out to. um, so that will be our local exchange officer or maybe IVP. You will have to like register through this form to become a host site. This form is not available right now. However, it will be available soon, and we will update it on our website. Right now, it is not, because we are still working on the application for the student exchange. Like I mentioned about the local exchange officer, you would have to have a local exchange officer within your chapter that will, because that person will also be the main point of contact for people or the students that are coming to United States here at their school to get the experience, and also the students who are going to a different country. Now, host site expectations. If you are someone who would like to host a student, incoming student, then you can establish accommodations if you want. Sometimes there are sites that give accommodation at preferably low to no cost. Or sometimes I've also like seen a lot of faculty members or staff members just offering sites or places or accommodations to students. So make sure that you have that basic knowledge of what to expect so that you can let the incoming student know. Um, and then providing at least 40 hours of shadowing experience, whether it's hospital, retail, community, clinical, industry, or anything like that. You can also utilize your IPI or API preceptors, ask them if they would like to precept or guide a student coming from a different country. However, these students will not have the license to practice in the United States, so they will just be here solely for the purpose of experience and not for practicing their education. You can also try to plan some welcome or farewell parties or any other social events just to make them feel welcomed and make them feel home and make this a great experience for them so that they go to their country with good memories, cherish what they have learned and the people they have met. You can also create a welcome packet or anything like that. And if you need any assistance with that, you can reach out to me. I can give some ideas or maybe share what previously we have done, something like that. Coming to virtual SEP webinars, this is more like two countries coming together, their SEOs and their ISC members coming together and trying to just educate the other party about how their student exchange program looks like. I know previously they've had like some webinars or virtual webinars between Japan and some other country, or maybe Japan and us. So we were trying to like just educate the people or the students from Japan on how our student exchange program looks like, and just briefly describing all of that. And usually we all take part in it, whether it's um, your national project officer or your national contact person or national contact person elect or me. We all take our part in this. And if at all you're interested in doing a virtual SEP, you just need to like reach out to us and also just letting us know what member organization you would like to partner with or you would like to learn about. We can reach out to them and see if they have any availability, so we can just like work out and see what happens or how it turns out. And yeah, if you have any questions, you can always like DM me on GroupMe, but also you can reach out to me on my IPSF SEO email. Yep.
All right, and then I'll go ahead and wrap things up. Thank you guys for doing such a great job. As they all had done a great job mentioning what opportunities we have in the United States, there's of course other international leadership positions. So within the United States, you guys are all our international VPs, which is incredible. And then Iram had just mentioned the local exchange officers, the LEOs, and then the IPSF committee. And then for the APHA ASP International Standing Committee, that hosts the national contact person, the national contact person elect, the national project coordinator, and the student exchange officer. Next slide, please. There's also the PARO group, which is the Pan American, which is highlighted in blue. And I know Amelia touched on that as well. This is just general conferences and congresses that the Americas will attend and kind of get to know what each other is doing in the realms of pharmacy. And of course, there's leadership positions. I know Iram had a leadership position within PARO. So if you're interested in that kind of leadership role, Iram would be a great person of contact. You can always contact me as a national contact person and I can direct you to another person to get in touch with so you can kind of explore those opportunities. There's also the subcommittees, which are humanitarian, pharmacy, education, professional development, and public health. I feel like our biggest one out of all four of those is definitely public health, as it will help, of course, the entire globe. Next slide, please. Then there's also international leadership positions across the globe, which is all in blue. So these are the IPSF executive committees. This is the president, president-elect, and these pharmacists, these student pharmacists are elected again internationally. So if you're interested in something like this, quite a big opportunity, you can feel free to contact me, and I will definitely get you in touch with the right people, so that way you're able to pursue those activities and pursue those leadership opportunities. Next slide, please. We also have international conferences. As mentioned previously, there's one coming up in Montreal, Canada. We just had our IPSF World Congress, and this year in 2026, It was in Thailand, which is incredibly exciting. There are some international conferences that are virtual, so it's a little bit easier for logistic reasons to attend, and some of them are physically traveling to the place for an in-person congress, which is also really exciting. Listed here on this screen, we have IPSF Pan American Regional Symposium, the IPSF World Congress, and the FIP World Congress. Next slide, please.
I also wanted to add for FIP World Congress, for any of these conferences, they're obviously more harder to go into just because you're traveling abroad. APHA Foundation, which is the subsect of APHA that is in charge of all of our scholarships, actually has the Tom Hoke Scholarship. And that's for any student who's interested in the FIP World Congress. And if they're able to go, the scholarship will partially fund your travel. If you're interested, you can head over to APHA Foundation and search it up. But I just wanted to add that.
That was perfect. Yes, I see a hand.
I wanted to ask since Emily mentioned there's a scholarship for FIP, would there be a scholarship for the student exchange program? Just because if we're promoting it at our school, I wanted to let the students know in case they want to do it, and it won't be counted towards credit for it, but I just wanted to see if they will pay for their travels, would there be a scholarship for that as well?
Mm-hmm. That's a great question.
Sorry.
No, that's a great question. So there's not an upfront scholarship. It's more of like a back pay. There's an opportunity to apply for a scholarship, but it's not like upfront. Maybe Iram would have a better idea, but I know that from experience that we get an opportunity to apply for a scholarship for funding after we've completed the exchange program.
Yeah, I can chime in. So there is a travel grant that is given through SEP, or Student Exchange Program, from the International Executive Committee, or IPSF. So they usually give that. I know, like, just a few weeks ago, I forwarded that travel grant information and everything to all these students who have just completed, all our students who have just completed their SEP. So it's usually after your exchange, and that is through IPSF. However, we are also trying to explore a possibility of maybe getting a scholarship fund, or maybe just working around through APHA ASP. But that is still something that we are working on. Nothing is like very guaranteed or anything like that. But for now, I would say you do get a scholarship from SEP, Student Exchange Program. Yeah.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah.
Of course. And if anyone on this call, or if anyone you know has any questions or how to get involved more with IPSF, feel free to contact me. The email right here is provided. If you have any general questions, feel free to reach out. I can always point you in the right direction or connect you with people that would know the answer. And I know Iram had touched a little bit on the virtual exchange program. So the next slide has a form, like a link to a form, which is posted here, and that will be sent out to you all either tonight, tomorrow, or Monday. You'll be able to fill out that form and kind of rank or potentially list some different countries that you'd be interested in partnering with, and I can get you guys in touch with their leaders, their student pharmacist leaders, so we can get you all connected. And feel free to join the GroupMe if you have not already. That's where we kind of update everyone with quick tips. You'll feel free to ask questions in the GroupMe. We provide all the answers very timely. But yes, you can look at the interest form now if you'd like, or it will be sent out either tonight, tomorrow, or on Monday.
Perfect. And while we are here and like wanting to stay connected with each other, I sort of wanted to get the ball rolling. Please feel free to answer in the chat or to unmute. But if anyone wants to share any experiences that they've had with implementing IPSF at their chapter, please feel free to share if you have any questions. I do want to pick on Aya a little bit because Aya is our current international vice president at the University of Houston. There's a lot of Coug representation, so I'm excited. But if you want to share a little bit about what you're planning on working on this year, what we've done in the past, UH has had a really great IPSF run.
Thank you, Emily. So basically, when I had joined IPSF, I started off as a junior and a P1, which was kind of like rare because the position kind of just showed up and there was only one. And I progressed to senior chair and then now I'm IVP. I'm wanting to like bring back all the events that we did and possibly add on to them if we have time, of course. But one of the events that got recognized at national was, since you mentioned that IPSF was founded in London, I wanted to get a pharmacist from the UK who was actually based in London and kind of talk about how the pharmacy is different over there versus the US. And that was like the one event that I really liked. I brought it and it was like my idea. I was like, okay, let me bring in our family friend, and he talked about how pharmacy is different, how even the hospital is different over there. But that one got recognized at nationals, and I definitely want to do it again. And the blood drives, of course, I want to bring that. But I'm really excited for this year. We have 4 members as well, so it's like it's a packed house. But I'm a third year pharmacy student, so Emily's my classmate. But yeah, I'm really excited.
Perfect. Thank you for sharing. Yeah, they do a lot of really great work, and you can really do anything with IPSF. It can be really international focused, like what Aya did, and it can also be collaborations with your patient care projects, like Peter had mentioned, with collaborating through the public health campaigns. Did anyone else want to share?
I'd be happy to.
Hey, Anna.
Hi, my name's Anna. I'm a P2 at West Virginia University. This is my first year serving as IVP, but I'm really excited about it. Some of the events that we have in the works right now are hosting a medical interpreter to give a talk about how to best work with an interpreter in different clinical settings so that when student pharmacists are on their rotations or later in their career, they can appropriately address patients who might speak different languages. We are also working with one of the, well, this one, I'm still working on some of the details for, but something I'm hoping to do is work with one of the groups locally that helps with refugee and immigrants, getting them settled in the area. And also, there is a group that facilitates I guess, free medical and dental clinics in Panama that is associated with WVU broadly. And so we're hoping to partner with them and provide some pharmacy-specific resources because I have worked with them in the past and there's not a lot of pharmacy involvement. And so, it tends to attract pre-med, pre-dental students who I feel like are very capable of understanding pharmacy, but just don't have the background and are asked to work in a kind of pharmacy technician capacity in the clinic. So hopefully facilitating some learning opportunities for them.
Amazing. Thank you so much for sharing, Anna. I mean, you're only in your second year, but you already have so much in the works. So super excited to see how that turns out. Thank you, Ingrid, for sharing as well from the University of Utah. Dinner with a pharmacist from New Zealand is so fun. Oh my goodness. And it's really cool to like extrapolate all the different things we learn from the other countries because they obviously have different cultures and different experiences, but we also have so much in common and we can really bring all the best bits to how we practice whenever we become pharmacists. So super cool stuff. Anyone else? We still have some time.
I just want to add on something. I was at the APHA SUD conference at Utah, and well, of course Emily was there too, but I love that university. It's like so nice and
Yeah.
the weather was amazing. I don't know if Ingrid you were there, but I wish I would have seen you. It's like it's really nice. We had a good time at that conference and it did not feel like a conference at all. Like it was just kind of getting to know everyone around us. But yeah,
I'm
I
so
just wanted
glad to
say
hear
that.
that. I unfortunately was not at the conference at that time, due to some other obligations, but it is a great conference. I'm so glad you had great weather. Utah can be very hit or miss with that. But I'm really happy to hear that, and we'll definitely relay that to my peers and professors. So thank you.
Of course.
Yeah, I is doing my job for me promoting other APHA stuff, but the Institute of Substance Use Disorders is an incredible conference. If you guys have time, it's usually like end of May or beginning of June, but it really is different from like any other typical like larger networking conference that we're exposed to. It's really, really great. Highly recommend it.
As
Anyone
an
else?
aside, I'm also totally happy to host. I'll put my email in the chat if anyone wants to consider that in the future.
Oh my gosh, there you go. Connections through IPSF. I love it.
Oh, I guess, excuse me. So, I'm Christine. I'm the IVP from South College, Knoxville. I'm going to echo Anna Kelly's project. So we are also in October presenting to a refugee center, and we have like self-care presentation, but we're doing it in multiple languages that the refugee center's clients speak, like Arabic, Kinyarwanda, Swahili, and we're going to be presenting to clients in their language to help them navigate the pharmacy because like you're an immigrant, you're at Walmart, you want to buy cough medicine. What do you buy? How do you know? So yeah.
Wow. Thank you for sharing, Christine. I recently started working in the ED doing med histories, and the amount of times I've had to use the interpreter is a lot. Like it's definitely a very common experience in that setting. So this is a really great event that you guys are hosting. I'm super excited.
Thank you. And thank you, Anna Kelly, for sharing. I really want to reach out to the translators at the hospital I work at now. That's a great idea. And I will credit it to you. I'd be like, listen, y'all, Anna Kelly.
Thank you so much.
This is something that I only learned recently, but they will differentiate between interpreter and translator.
Oh, okay. So maybe I'm working with a translator? TBD.
Interpreters tend to be spoken, and translators tend to be written. So, like, a translator might be reviewing medical charts, but if you're standing in the room with the patient, you're probably working with an interpreter, to my
Oh,
understanding of it. And like I
got it.
said, I'm also like learning along with you. I tend to double check myself before I communicate with anyone. But I feel like sometimes you don't even know what to double check yourself on. So I really hope that came across the right way.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah, you don't know what you don't know. So I'm sure the people attending this event will learn a lot. But yeah, family connections, always a good one, but through LinkedIn. Yeah.
Oh, you can even do Instagram. Just find someone that's not popular, because then they're answering you. The others will not answer. I tried.
Keeping it real. Okay, not hearing anything. Thank you guys for sharing. Hopefully you've taken something away from this to bring back to your chapter. If not, at least you see some familiar faces that you can maybe bump into again at the next APHA event. Hopefully, you've seen your ISC team, the International Standing Committee team, face to face for what it's worth. And we're, again, always here. Our job is to help you guys promote our programming to the best of your ability to benefit your students and to benefit this like or to build this like foundation of your school career into your pharmacy career. Are there any updates from early this month? I believe the World Congress has already happened. Anna Rose, if you want to correct me.
Yes, World Congress just happened about like 4 weeks ago. So they're finalizing all of the motions from that over there, and then they're bringing it back over. But the World Congress will be next year around the same time, very, very late July, early August. And I believe 2027 is in Taiwan. I want to say it's in Taiwan, 2027.
Yes, it's in Taiwan.
Yep. Okay.
Perfect. Okay, does that answer your question? Okay, amazing. Any of the questions, shoot them in the chat or shoot them in the group me. But yeah, Anna Rose, you want to close us off? I think we're done for the night. You have 7 minutes of your time back.
Sure. Well, I won't hold you all. But thank you so much for joining tonight. I hope you learned at least one thing, if not multiple. And yes, feel free to join the group me, reach out to anyone on the International Standing Committee. We're more than welcome. You're more than welcome to reach out. We're more than happy to help you. And again, the interest form is on the screen, and the link will be sent out via email and that long chain of lists that I sent. So thank you all for being so responsive on that and for being so receptive. And again, yes, thank you so much for joining tonight.